Galloway's Tech Talk, how to use the Seeing AI app.
To our look at a few new additions to the Seeing AI app, which is the Microsoft app that describes the world around you. As you know, in the past we've looked at Seeing AI, and if anybody doesn't know what Seeing AI is, it's a free app that you can download to your iPhone or your iPad. So it's only compatible with iOS operating systems, the mobile operating system. We will be looking at other types of apps for Android as well in the coming months. So please do stay tuned for that. But today's one is on Seeing AI. It's fair to say Seeing AI has been a real jump in technology over the last 3 or 4 years in terms of providing people with a free app which is developed by Microsoft, which enables blind and partially sighted people to use Seeing AI to describe the world around them, from reading text, facial recognition, currency, scene recognition, product detection, lots of interesting new additions like handwriting detection, and also light detection as well. And we have covered some of those things in the past. I couldn't possibly cover all those today in one session. But what I am going to be covering, which I think is a really kind of important update to the app, is the opportunity where you can actually use the app to take pictures. You can use it like a camera, and it will use the AI within the app to enable you to understand what you've taken a picture of. And actually now you can save a picture there and then in the app to your photos, your camera roll. So that means you can go out and about and you can use Seeing AI as your camera app instead of using Apple's camera app. So there's a bit more flexibility with how we use this. So what I'm going to start with firstly is, if you haven't downloaded Seeing AI before, then I'm just going to quickly run through how you can get hold of the app. And the easiest way to get hold of the app, I'm just going to come off the app a second. Now I'm just going to mention that I am going to be fully descriptive with this because I'm not able to actually use voiceover through Zoom, unfortunately. It can be a little bit tricky, so I'm just going to kind of describe what I'm doing. However, when we do go back onto Seeing AI, that app will actually talk to us a little bit. So I'm going to be as descriptive as possible as it can be. So I'm just on the home screen at the moment on the iPhone, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the App Store. Okay, I'm going to go into the App Store, and if you're familiar with the App Store on iPhone, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the search button, which is in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. So if you're a voiceover user, that's where you would need to go. I'm going to go to the search button, and then I'm going to navigate to the top of the screen where we've actually got a search text field. So you can find that with voiceover if you take your finger to the top of the screen. And I'm just going to type in Seeing AI. So it's SEEING and then AI. And I'm going to do a search for that. It actually brings up the very first result. It brings up the SuperSense app. Those guys from over in the States who were on our Tech Talk last year. It brings up their app. I definitely recommend giving that a go, by the way, guys. It's a really good app. But actually what we're looking for is the second app that comes up in the search, which is called Seeing AI. And there is a button next to the app which will say install, but actually, it'll say get. It won't say install, it'll say get. It says open on my device because I've already downloaded it, and it would have took too long to download the app and then do it live. So we would have been sitting here waiting for it to download, which is no good, is it, Jenny? So no. So I'm going to open the app. Let's open the app up, and here we go.
Share screen. Pause stop recording. Breakout rooms. iPhone. David's
Okay, so that really funnily has just started reading text off my screen that it could see, which is hilarious, because it's actually it's actually on what we call short text mode at the moment. So to give you guys, if you've never used or never heard of Seeing AI before, I'll give you a quick demonstration of how it can be used. One of the most popular things about using Seeing AI is being able to read things. So being able to read your mail, for example. So if you're in a home and you want to be able to read something, or let's say you're in a museum and you want to read text that maybe in front of you, or you're looking for text that might be in front of you, then you can actually just use the short text mode, which is the first mode you use when you open the app. And if you just point your phone's camera at something, it will attempt to read text. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to take it over here.
AD. Adventure on Honister.com. Set adventure weather. All ages Honister.com. Mountain. Adventure. It's Honister.com. Winner of Best Visitor Experience Award. Sly Mind Tours via Ferret. Honister Core. Weather all ages.
So I'm just going to
adventure
just move that away.
Honister.com. Mountain. Adventure. It's all on Honister.com. Winner of Best Visitor Experience document.
Okay, so I've just paused that. So that literally, when you use that mode, it will look at text on a wall, on a document. It could be in the distance. It could be, it could be a recipe. It could be a menu board in a cafe. It will attempt to read printed text from a distance. So it is really good if you're wanting to try and just kind of find what's around you. The other great thing about Seeing AI is there is also a document mode as well. And the difference with the document mode is it will attempt to literally take a picture of a document. It will look at all four corners of the page, and then it will take a picture. And if you're a voiceover user and you take your finger to the bottom of the screen, you have an area called the channel area, and this is where you can change the modes of the app. So at the moment, I'm on the
document.
I'm on the document mode. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my
no
phone
edges visible.
over to a document, and
no
you'll hear it
visible.
saying at the moment, no edges visible, because
no
I
edges
can't
visible.
see anything. I'll bring it over.
Hold steady. Processing.
And it's just took a picture. And it's just took a picture, and what it's done, it's turned that picture into some digital text that we can read. And at the bottom of the screen, we have a play button in the bottom left-hand corner, and you can access that with your normal voiceover gestures if you're a voiceover user by double tapping on the play button. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on the play button.
Choosing your accommodation, whether you are looking for a cozy B&B, stylish hotel, self-catering cottage or apartment, or want accessibility to get back to nature and camp. Keswick has all accommodation will have an access or variety of accommodation on offer.
Okay, I'll just pause that. So that's just reading a little bit of text for me. The app also has an option where you can make the text bigger at the bottom of the screen. There is a big A and a small a, so we can make the text bigger. And we can also pinch and zoom on the screen on your iPhone to actually zoom into the text as well. So this will satisfy people who've got low vision, and also people who haven't got vision and rely on voiceover. You can navigate the text with voiceover if you need to. I tell you what I really like about this as well. If I wanted to send this as an email to somebody, as a document or text, then I can do as well.
Someone at the front door.
I have to say, it's one of the reasons I got an iPhone.
Yeah, that's quite a powerful thing to say, Jenny, isn't it? You got an iPhone because of this app. I mean, it's worth it, isn't it? Absolutely worth doing it because of that. Ooh,
yeah.
Getting my breath back.
Yeah, we were just saying about sending this document to yourself, if you want to keep
it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Or
so,
sending it on to a colleague because it might be advantageous or whatever. So yeah, it's this section that you're in now.
That's the one.
Brilliant.
And if you're listening, Natalie, can you edit this video for us?
Ding
Nice.
dong, gave on calling.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Okay, I'm back where I am. So yeah, with your voiceover, yes, you can. So you can there's a share button in the bottom right hand corner. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to share the image that you've actually taken. That's the raw image that you've taken, or you can share the text. So you can share that then with anyone via messages, email, WhatsApp, using your voiceover gestures that you'll use on your iPhone. You can just pick an app and then you're able to share that text, which I think is pretty cool actually. And because then you can save things as well. But I like this actual text mode because it allows me to not have to hold the phone still on some text and and then it starts reading something else. In the short text mode, it's very sensitive.
Yeah.
So I like this mode. If I'm in like a museum, I do like the short text mode because that literally just point that at something and it reads it, and I like that. Whereas if you've got a document or a letter or something you want to read, the document mode is much more preferable to use, I would say.
I'd agree with that. So
there's loads of things, guys, in Seeing AI, and we will take further looks at some of these other things in the future. But there we go. So that's a bit some of the things that the app does. I'm just going to hit the back button.
Top and left edge is not visible.
At the top left
Bottom
corner
right
of the screen.
corner not right edge not visible.
And what I'm going to do.
Right edge not visible. Product.
I'll just go to product a second, so it stops speaking. So. Just a quick rundown. When you use this app, you can hear it making noises there. When you use this app, you've got a short text mode, a document mode, you've got a product mode, you've got a person mode, you've got let me go to that
currency.
A currency mode. There you go, for your money.
Scene.
You've got a scene preview.
Color. Brown.
There you go, a color preview, which that's telling me what
brown
the color
and
is.
gray. Handwriting. Preview.
You've got your handwriting, and I won't do the last one because it makes a lot of noise, but you've got a light detection feature as well, which helps you know whether the lights are on or off, or how bright it is, because sometimes that can be quite difficult if you're blind to know if a light switch is on or the oven's on, and it can be used in lots of different ways. So that's quite good.
I have to say the handwriting section is pretty good. It can read my handwriting.
Oh, they've made some improvements.
Amazing. Yeah.
They made some really good improvements on it, haven't they? The handwriting one, definitely in the latest app. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a picture and use the camera. And this is going to get a bit hairy, I think, in a minute for me. So here we go, and you'll understand why in a minute, guys. So I'm going to go to
currency.
No, wait there a sec.
One face near center, one face near left, 0 faces.
Okay, so I've gone to the facial recognition mode, okay? And this is what you can use for taking pictures. You can also use this mode to save people in your phone as well, okay? So what I'm going to do to begin with is I'm on the facial recognition mode, and at the moment my camera is pointing the wrong way. So there is a button on the right hand side of the device, just above the channel area, and if I tap that,
Andrew Coleman near center, less than a meter away.
There we go. So I'm now in the camera, okay? It's looking at me.
1 face near center, less than a meter away.
And if I take
Andrew
a picture,
Coleman near center, less than a meter away.
So it knows who I am. It knows that I'm Andrew Coleman. So if I take a picture of myself, I'll do that. There is a camera button.
Andrew Coleman near left edge, less than a meter. Andrew Coleman near center. Andrew processing. 35-year-old man with black hair looking neutral.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's spot on, that, isn't it? 35. It told me I was 40 earlier on.
Bonus.
Yeah, quite happy with that. So that took a picture of me, and this is the great thing about the app now. So it's taking a picture. It's told me I'm 35, and that it's also told me that 35-year-old man with black hair looking happy. But it was also saying that I was Andrew Coleman
Looking
as
neutral.
well. Oh, looking neutral. Sorry, thanks, Jenny.
Yep.
That's why I've got you on here, Jenny. So keep me on the straight and narrow. So we can actually save this photo, or we can share it as well. So, you know, your usual thing, you can share it with a friend, an email, WhatsApp, whatever you want to do, you can share it. And that button is in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen for voiceover users. Or I can save that image. So if I tap save image in the bottom left-hand corner, it will then come up with a message in the middle of the screen that says photo saved successfully. And that's now saved into my photos on my camera roll on the device. Okay. Now, what you might want to do with your phone is use this facial recognition mode when you're taking a selfie of yourself, or you're taking a picture of other people or friends or family, because it tells you where they are in the picture frame, whether they're on the left, whether they're on the right, whether they're central, and it also will tell you their name. It will tell you their name if you programmed that person into your Seeing AI app. Okay, so actually this is actually what you can do. So I'm just going to hit the back button in the top left hand corner of the screen.
One face near one face near center. Andrew
There I am
Coleman near
again.
center. Less than a meter. 0. Andrew Coleman
What I'm
Coleman
gonna
near
do-
left edge. Less than a meter away.
I'll just turn that away. What I'm going to do is there is a menu bar at the top left hand corner of the app. And if I go into that menu bar, we then get a menu appear, and we've actually got browse photos, we've got help, we've got feedback, we've got settings, and we've got about. So I just wanted to cover the fact that there is a menu there in the top left hand corner of the screen. We're not really going to divulge into that menu, so let me click out of that.
Person.
But
0 faces.
at the bottom left hand corner before the channel area, there is a button there, and it's got a picture of a face and 3 lines, and that's actually how we can add somebody to our facial recognition. So I'm going to tap that. Okay, and it's opened a menu, and on the menu it says at the top of the screen, recognizable people. And then it says these people can be recognized, and you'll see at the top there is a profile for my mug, Andrew Coleman. I've scanned myself into the app. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete myself. So let me delete. Oh, I've just deleted myself on the app, so I'm no longer available. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add myself into the app again. So there is a plus button in the top right hand corner of the screen for voiceover users. So I'm going to press that.
One recognize new person. One face near center. Less than a meter away.
And what this will want us to do is it will want me to take 3 pictures.
0 faces.
Of
1
my
face
face.
near bottom. 1 face near left edge. One
So-
face near center.
So that's
Less
what
than
I'm
a
going to
meter
do.
away.
I'm going to take 3 pictures of my face by using the camera button. Okay, so I've took 3 pictures of my face, and then it will ask me, would you know, to name who I am. So, you know, you can say this is husband, this is my sister, or you can give a name. You can say whatever you want. So I'm just going to call myself Andy. There we go. I'm going to call myself Andy, and then I'm just going to hit the done button on the keyboard at the bottom right hand corner of the screen.
It's nice that comes up blue as well to focus
Yeah, that's a good point.
attention
Yeah,
to where you need to finish off.
to where it is. Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. So I've now got Andy. I've got a microphone in my picture as well. So there we go. So I've got that. I'm going to hit the back button to go back to the camera.
0 Andy near left edge. Andy
now
near
it's saying,
center. Less than
Andy.
a meter away.
Okay.
Andy near left edge. Less than a meter away.
And there you go. So it's actually telling me where I am on the picture. Now, if you've
0
got,
faces.
let me just pause that a minute. if you've got more than one person in the picture and you've saved their faces as well, it will announce all the people in the picture that you're taking a picture of. How amazing is that? I think that is brilliant. So if you are going on holiday with friends and family, or you're somewhere with friends and family, just say to them, look, did you know that visually impaired people or blind people, we can take pictures, we do it. And this type of technology can be really beneficial. Just ask them if they mind you taking a picture of them and scanning their faces into the phone, so that when you want to take a picture, you're going to know who's in the picture should the phone recognize them. Sometimes it doesn't always recognize them. It might say, oh, there's a person there, or there's a female or a male there. Or sometimes eventually it will say, oh, it's Louise, it's Andrew, it's Jenny. So it can be a bit hit and miss, but it is there to use, and it is a beneficial thing, I think, to have a go at using. But even without the facial recognition, this will still tell you where people are in the picture as well. So I think that's really, really beneficial. Okay, so that is that's the facial recognition mode.
Yeah, I like the fact it gives you a distance as well, so you'll know, oh, they're quite close if they're less than a meter. They might be in the middle ground if they're, say, 1.5 meters away, or if they're a bit further along again. It will tell you it's in the distance, and I really like that. So it gives you more of an idea of your actual surroundings. That's
a really good point. Yeah, absolutely. It could be used in a way for social distancing as well. If you're out and about and you want to open CNAI while you were somewhere, and you just want to know if people are around you, that can help, can't it?
Definitely.
I don't know about you, Jenny, but I mainly find
paused recognition due to inactivity.
Okay, I mainly find that when I'm out and about with this app, I tend to always use headphones so that it's personal to me. So people don't hear it saying, there is a 40-year-old lady standing in front of you, and then she hears that and she's like, I'm only 22. So people wouldn't be happy about that, I don't think. So listen, you got to be careful with this, guys. You don't want to offend anybody by taking a picture of them and then it's saying they're older than they actually are. Or sometimes it has confused males and females.
Yeah,
it's got it the wrong way around. So technology's not perfect, but look, it's getting there. Okay. I just wanted to say the other thing again as well. There is a button in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen which actually then activates your forward-facing camera, because obviously I was in selfie mode there before, and this is the other great thing about this. When I take a selfie of myself, I cannot see myself in the phone, because I've got to get the phone so far away from my face that then I can't actually see my own face in the phone when I want to do a selfie. So this is brilliant for that, because this allows you to do it independently. So if I go back to selfie mode again, let me change.
Process it. No, people could be detected.
Didn't mean to do that. Okay. I go back into selfie mode.
One face near bottom left. Andy near center. 0. So Andy near center. Less than a meter away.
Okay.
0. Andy near center. 0 face. 1 face near center. Andy near center. Less than a meter away.
So I know I'm in the camera. So what I'll do is I'll take a picture.
Process it. 40-year-old man with black hair looking neutral.
No, what's going on? It thinks I'm 40 now.
It's because the lights changed.
Yes, that's what it is, Jenny. It's because the lights changed, not because of anything else. So it's got my photo there, and I actually think, to be fair, I mean, that's quite a good work selfie with my headphones on and stuff. Yeah, I am working. So anyone at Galloway's, this is proof that I'm working. Okay, you can see I've got my headphones on there as well. So that is giving you that important information about your photo and what you're taking a picture of. Okay, so that is the facial recognition mode, and I'm glad they upgraded it, because the earlier versions of CNAI, it wasn't easy at all to save your photos that you'd taken. So obviously they took a lot of feedback, and they've added in this. I can save that image now at the bottom of the screen, bottom left hand corner. I can hit save image, and now I've saved that image now to my photos. So this is a very, very smart camera. you know, I think it's really powerful to be able to use.
And again,
that-
for those that do have some limited sight, as it's trying to focus in on an individual or an object and things, it's coming up with a line around the edge,
Yeah,
like
that's
it would
right,
on your ordinary phone camera, to say that, you know, that image is in the position that you're wanting to use.
Yeah, that's it. So you've got that. Okay, so I think that's really cool that we can do that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move away from the facial recognition.
Zero faces.
I'm going to, let's just change that camera angle. You don't want to be looking at me really closely like that. Right. Now I'm going to go to the scene recognition this time now. So let me just find the scene recognition.
Currency.
Bear me a second.
Scene preview.
So the scene preview or recognition is like a picture of a little tree and a picture of like a little house, almost like a triangular house, if you like. How would you describe that, Jenny?
Yep, exactly as it says in the tin.
Triangular house. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I've got that right. So what this allows me to do is to take pictures of things in what we call scene mode. So if you're out and about somewhere and you don't know what's in front of you and you're wondering what's there, then you can take a picture. So I'm just going to hold my phone up here. Now I'm taking a picture of my computer. There's a cup in the frame as well. I'll just move that Orcam read. Let me put that over there. Sorry about that, Orcam. Bit controversial, that Orcam and CNAI together. Right. So we've got the my iMac in the background there, and we've got a cup on the table. Now I don't know how much this is going to get, but let's take a picture of this. So I'm going to use the button in the middle of the screen. Let's take a picture.
Processing. Probably a man taking a picture of himself in a mirror.
Oh, that's that is because interestingly, it can see my reflection in the mirror. So sometimes in the mirror, or if you like, the reflection on the iMac screen, that's what it's getting basically. So I'll try that again. Let me try that again. Let's try that again.
Processing. Probably a desk with a keyboard and a computer monitor.
There we go. That's much better, isn't it? I'd have been really impressed if it had said an Apple Mac. That would have been like super impressive. If I hold it a little bit closer, let's have a go.
Processing. Probably a mouse on a table.
So it's just seeing a mouse there, guys, underneath my Apple Mac computer. Okay. So this will take pictures of things. Let me try this. Let me try this cup as well. So we've got a cup on the table here. I'll hold this near the cup.
Processing. Probably a cup on a table.
There we go. So it's just telling you that it's a cup on a table. Now, what I've done before we've looked at this is I've been around the house and outside and I've took a couple of pictures. And the reason I've done that is because, and this is what's really cool, you can use Seeing AI to browse pictures that you've already taken. So if somebody sends you a picture that you don't know what it is, because let's be honest, I've got friends on WhatsApp and they send me all kinds of things and I haven't got a clue what's in the picture. Seeing AI can now analyze pictures that people have sent you or ones that you've saved. So it's really cool to be able to do that. And you can also ask Seeing AI to analyze pictures even when you're not in the app. If you're in WhatsApp and somebody sends you a picture, you can go to share that picture and you can actually share it directly with Seeing AI now, and it will do and analyze the picture for you and try and tell you what the picture is, and if there's any text in the picture, which I think is amazing, the fact that you can do that on the fly. I'm not going to do that today, but what I am going to do is show you the browse pictures option. So what I've done, I'm going to save this picture of the cup, because actually at the bottom of the screen now we've actually got a save photo, we've got a share, and we've also got explore as well. An explore photo is where you can actually move your finger around the screen, and if there's text within the image, you can read the text as well with your finger. So that's quite cool. I've not used that feature that much yet, I must admit. But for me, it's just more about getting that recognition. So I'm going to save this picture, by the way. So I'll just save that picture by saving it. And that's now saved into my photos. Okay. And now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go. I'm going to hit the back button to go back. And I'm going to go to the menu button now in the top left-hand corner of the app. And in the top left-hand corner of the app, there is a button called Browse Photos. So I'm going to go to Browse Photos. And now what happens is this comes up with photos that I've actually taken using the phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's go to there's a photo in the top left hand corner of the screen. I'll tap on that one.
Probably a cup on a table. Hooverton with Robbie. Chris Scott. 19 Eurodation. 1542.
And it gives me the time I took the picture. It gives me some more information there. It tells me it's a cup. It tells me where it was taken. It's quite interesting. Now I can either go back a page to all the pictures, or we just swipe to the left.
One face. A man wearing headphones. Hooverton with Robbie. Chris Scott. 1537.
And then that was that picture I took before. Now, unfortunately, and this is something I'd like them to change, it doesn't recognize me as Andy, even though that is me in the picture. So it would be cool if they could integrate the facial recognition into the browse pictures option. That would be quite cool if that worked. But at the moment, it doesn't seem to. But anyway, you've got that function. I'll swipe again. Let's see what we've got this time.
One face. A man wearing headphones.
That's me
Hooverton
again.
with Robbie.
We don't
Chris
want him.
Scott. 1528.
Let's move on from that one. Oh, look who that is again.
One face. A man standing in front of a television. Hooverton with Robbie. Chris Scott.
It's a proper fed up face, that, Andrew.
Is that a proper fed up face?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't say anything though. It didn't say I looked fed up. So
you look like you're about like a really.
What am I doing? Yeah, okay.
Forward and
yeah, I'll move on.
I've had enough of today. Kind of look.
Right, I'll move on. Let's move on. Now, I took a picture of an image from this brochure, this Keswick brochure. So let's see what it says for that one.
A body of water with mountains in the background. Hooverton with Robbie. Excellent. Chris Scott. 1347.
So I took that picture and it was actually the back of the magazine. I took it. I tricked it. Yeah, I tricked it into thinking that Seeing AI was actually there, but actually it's the back of a magazine. So that's quite cool. So you can do that with the Browse Photos button. And as I said before, any pictures that somebody has sent you, this will allow you to browse those pictures on the fly, whether you're in the app or you're sharing a picture from another app. You can ask Seeing AI to analyze that picture for you, which I just think, this is amazing. It's going to get better and better and better as we move on as well. And I just think that's, really, really cool. Okay. So we've done a little bit of that. I'm just going to hit the back button, and that will bring us back out now into the scene recognition, and then we could we could take another picture again. So that was basically what I wanted to talk about today, because I actually think, guys, learning to use Seeing AI like this, I think is a really positive step forward in using AI technology. If you struggle taking a picture, and who said that visually impaired people or blind people couldn't take pictures? We absolutely can. And I think it's really important to highlight that, really. So that was my bit today on Seeing AI. And I would definitely urge everybody to get hold of the app. If you've got an iOS device, and you've got an iPhone or a tablet, iPad, do download it, give it a go. And in future weeks, we'll also be looking at other apps that you can get hold of for Android as well, where you can do similar things as well. So it's definitely the way forward. And so that was, I hope you all enjoyed that. That was my session on using seeing AI to explore the world around you. Most importantly, taking selfies and pictures and scenes and things around you so that you're more aware. You've got that, this technology it fits into your pocket, which I think is amazing. So there you go. Okay.
I think from my point of view, it's the ability to keep you independent out and about traveling.
Yeah.
Because you can take the pictures of those people to know that they're so far away, or you can take a picture of the scene. So if you Manchester Piccadilly, what platform are you on? Oh right, okay, hang on, let's take a picture of it. Oh, platform number 3.
Yeah.
You can use it to that kind of level to help you kind of navigate the world, as well as doing your shopping in the supermarket or what have you, which is what I mainly use it for.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we can do some further sessions on seeing AI in terms of some of the other features as well, like the product recognition, which is obviously the barcode scanning as well that you can do, and also the handwriting, some of the other features there that you might want to use, and you've got all these at your disposal. So it's an interesting one, because there's sometimes a time where you might not want the AI. And you might just want somebody, you want to borrow somebody's eyes. You want a sighted person to do this, help you with this. So then there are apps out there like Be My Eyes or Ira, where you can speak to somebody and they will look through your phone's camera and they'll give you that detail. But I do think the AI is getting better. So for certain things, you might not want to talk to somebody. You might want to see if you can get along with the AI side of things.
Definitely.
You've got that on tap 24/7 with seeing AI. So it's really, really good. There are a few other apps out there as well that you can try. So SuperSense is a really good app, which is you do have to pay for that one. And there's also the Envision app as well, which you do pay for, and they're good apps as well, and they have their own kind of niche kind of recognition and AI features built in. But I think if you're looking to make a start and you've never used an app like this before, seeing AI is a really, really good starting point to start exploring this type of app on your phone.
Yeah.
So
be patient with it, because it does repeat itself quite a lot if you're using it on a document, or there's a short text and you're learning that kind of ability to hold it in the right position. That initial it sounds like it's stuck in a loop sometimes, but once you've cracked it, it's brilliant. It's just having that little bit of patience with it and perseverance.
It's also in its own when you pair it with headphones. So I think if you're relying on your phone's speaker in a quite a busy area where people are talking as well, or if you're in like a museum, or you're somewhere where there's lots of interfering noise, it is better to have your headphones in. So your AirPods or your wired pods, or whatever your preferred choice of headphone is. I'd definitely recommend pairing your headphones up with this.
Yeah, definitely.
Much easier to use. Yeah, so that's really cool. Okay, so I think what I'll do, thank you, Jenny, for joining me on this today. I really appreciate it. It's nice to not be alone. It's nice to have somebody to talk to.
It's good to let them know that it was one of the main reasons for me getting an iPhone, because as you know, I was having my Samsung. That's it.
Yeah.
But actually, it's opened up a lot more and made my life quite considerably easier.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. That's it. There you go. You don't need any more than that. That's a great recommendation from Jenny for sure. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll open the floor up. Have we got any questions out there?
Is the app free?
It is. It's free. Yes. If you've got an iPhone or an iPad, someone's using it now.
Yeah, sorry, that's me, Andrew. I tell you what, it told me I was 40. I'm like, yes.
Oh, is that good? Is it?
Oh yeah. It's very good.
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, you can put it on your iPhone or your iPad. So I definitely recommend getting it on your phone. It's much easier on the phone.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you've only got an iPad, then still get it on your iPad. But you know, it's handheld then. You know what I mean? In one hand, if you want to use it out and about as well. So yeah, use it on your phone. It does. One thing I should say, I suppose, is it does require data. So it does require you to be connected to the internet, or it does require you to have 4G or 5G connectivity when you're out and about, because obviously it's taking this information up to the cloud, to Microsoft's AI cloud, and then it's coming back down to your phone. That's how it works. Yeah, but yeah, no, great question. It is free. Can you believe it's free? I mean, amazing that it's free, isn't it? Great,
Yes,
great.
You know, you're going potentially, whether you're having a staycation or you are venturing off abroad,
Yeah,
you've got that facility to help you there again, navigate unfamiliar surroundings. Teach it who everybody is before you go, and then jobs are good.
yeah. I mean, that bit is the sea one will tell you things like, you know, the beach and the sea and palm trees and things like that. It will tell you all those things as well. And if it doesn't give you what you think it should be telling you, I always say as well, even if you're happy with what it said, just try again. Like, take another picture. You'll always get something different. Do you know what I mean? That's the key. You'll always get something different with your pictures. So always give it another go.
Does that mean my 5C wouldn't work out and about?
Yeah, C and AI will work on a 5C. Yeah. If
you're out and about,
yeah,
right.
it will work out and about. Yeah, as long as you've got data to it.
I've got plenty of that.
Yeah, it will work. Yeah, it will. There were some. I know that earlier on with the app, because of the capabilities of the camera, there were earlier versions of iOS. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was iOS 9 or 10.
Past that.
Product recognition isn't always available if you've got a much older iPhone. It's to do with the camera capabilities, I think, with the barcode scanning. All right, well, you
should be fine.
You should be okay then.
Good.
Yeah. Then again, I say it was a camera capability. I think it was more of an iOS compatibility with the app. Yeah. It was when product mode wasn't available.
I might be adventurous one day. It's only in my garden.
Yeah. It's kind of like I always describe seeing AI as like it's like your virtual kind of Swiss Army knife. It's got everything in it, like that you need, you know, in a low vision or a complete audible experience that you need. It's got everything built into it. And if it was a piece of hardware, you know, like Orcam or like something else, then it would cost thousands to buy. But because it's from Microsoft and it's part of a research project with Microsoft, it's part of a Microsoft's AI commitment and their research. It's amazing that it's actually, you know, it is free for people to use. You know, it's great.
Yeah. Can I ask, do you need to update it regularly, or does it do it automatically?
If you've got automatic updates enabled on your iOS device in the App Store, then it will automatically update itself. It's always worth checking. And when it updates itself, it's really good that actually when it updates itself, when you go into the app, it's let's say it's done an update to like scene recognition, for example, then you'll get like a help screen come up before you can use that feature to say, we've updated this, you know, the scene recognition.
Oh, that's what happened to me.
Yeah, and then you've got to navigate away from it then to get back to the thing. The other thing that I didn't really mention actually when we were using the app is on every area of the app within the actual the channel area. So if you're on short text or you're on scene or voice or facial recognition, there is a help button in the top right hand corner of the screen that gives you the instructions of using that particular area of the app.
Oh, it's handy to know.
Yeah.
So I'm just having a quick look online now in the App Store. I've downloaded it onto my iPad just, and it tells me it works with iPhone 6 and later for product scanning for the barcodes.
Yeah.
And for currency, it recognises currency notes, and this requires iOS 11. But they also have a YouTube channel should you want to rewatch anything that maybe we've had on ours today.
So is that saying it won't work? My 5C won't work then?
Supported on iPhone 5C, 5S and later.
Hey Jenny, so I think somebody's just added me into their facial recognition and used Seeing AI to see if it was me. Who did that? Who did that?
It's me. It's
Is
me,
it?
Vicky.
Oh, did you do it, Vicky? I'm very impressed.
But I was going to ask you though. When I just because I haven't got anybody else here, so I managed to do myself. But when it says on, it's doing the facial recognition bit in the people channel.
Mm-hmm.
It automatically goes onto selfie mode.
Right.
So to get you, I had to hold my phone in selfie mode against
towards
my iPad.
There is a button.
Right? So
no, you don't have to do it that way, because there is a button on the right-hand side of the camera button, and there's a button there. I'm not sure what it's called in VoiceOver, but it will flip your camera to your forward-facing camera or your front-facing camera. And
because it told me it had to be the front one, and now the talk.
Yeah, same as you would do if you were doing it on your phone itself.
I actually think possibly when you're putting your face into it, by default it does use your selfie camera. But when you're taking a picture of other people in the normal mode, in the normal picture mode, with the person mode, then you can change the camera to either the front facing camera or the forward facing camera. You can change that, and there's it's the button to the right of the camera button when you're on the
because it didn't want to do that anyway. Okay, I mean it has to, otherwise somebody else has got to take the camera from you and take a picture of themselves 3 times, haven't they? So that's a bit nonsensical. I'll figure it out.
It's a good point that I'm just having a quick look while you're on, because it may be.
And how does it know? How do you know that I've done that of you?
I could hear you. I could hear it.
I know.
Through on your.
It come through. Yeah, it come through. And listen, there's no,
It's telling you that I'd done it.
No. I could hear Andrew Coleman, centre of screen, and I was like, hang on, what's going on here? I didn't give my consent for that. I'm joking.
Oh, and it did say you were a 37-year-old man with blonde hair on mine.
Oh, did it? I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. So there is actually, when you're in that mode to take a picture of someone to get their face recognized in the app, top right hand corner of the screen, next to the question mark, to the right of the question mark, there is a button there which is a picture of a camera and an arrow going around it, and I think it will let me just see what it says. So that actual button says switch to back camera.
Right.
Or switch to front camera, so you can change it.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. That's quite cool. You can do that. Yeah.
Oh God, I've got myself
there
now.
You go. Yeah, you can do it.
It's the same thing. So then also, guys, they've got a questions, feedback, and feature requests email for Microsoft, and you can contact them directly. And it is seeing AI at Microsoft.com. It doesn't get any simpler than that.
Yeah, seeing AI at Microsoft.com.
Yeah, so the feature that Andrew wanted earlier, he could just email them direct. And I think it's a case of if they get enough requests for a similar issue, then they're going to look at it and take it further.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the other one would be cool, and I don't know how far away they are from it, but the currency mode would be great if it could recognize coins, and at the moment it doesn't recognize coins.
No, it's very good with banknotes.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? So we can, if you guys want more sessions on Seeing AI, we'll definitely do them, because it's a great app to use. So we can definitely do some more sessions on it. Has anybody got any more questions?
Can I just ask
Really?
Andrew, how much data do you need to have on the phone to have this?
That's a how long is a piece of string question, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it uses a lot of data, to be honest. I think if you've got a couple of gig or a gig of data a month or something like that, as much as I've known people that have used it, it's not something that's data hungry. However, it can be battery hungry. So what I would recommend is when you're not using the app, to use the app switcher and close it down, so that it's not idle in the background. So that normally I would say to people, don't close apps down on your iPhone, because it's been proven actually now with the latest version of iOS that it uses more power closing apps down and opening them, closing them and opening them on a regular basis. Like if there's an app that you use, like your emails or your phone app or your messages app all the time, then closing it and opening it all day actually uses more battery power on your phone. So just leave it open in the background. But I would say with seeing AI, definitely close it down when you're not using it.
Yeah, it's very dependent as to what you're doing with it as well, as to how much data it's going to use and the level of quality of data that you're accessing.
Yeah, absolutely. Just be mindful of that when you're using it. Give it a go, and and of course if anybody's got any questions, or
I mean,
we
you
can always
find out in your
cover.
settings how much you've used. Andrew, look in your settings and on your app and see how much
You can do that as well. Yeah, that's a good point. It's probably not a fair record. Do you know what? Because I've not been using it recently that much. It's probably not a fair representation. So what I'll do is I'll use it for a bit and see how much data I use when I'm using it. See what it does. But Jenny, that's a brilliant point. Actually, that's a great point to make. Yeah, you can check how much data you're at and an individual app has used on your phone. You can do that as well. Yeah. So we can also, if people, don't forget, guys, on a Tuesday we have the Tech Talk social on a Tuesday, and if you want us to go into these things in more detail, we can do on the spot demonstrations on the Tech Talk social. So if you do want more about seeing AI, or you want to have a bit more of an interactive demo, then do come on the Tech Social. It's every Tuesday, 3 o'clock till 4. So do come on if you're free.
Is it not till 5?
3 o'clock till 4 now.
Come June, 3 o'clock till 4.
June, yeah, 3 o'clock till 4. But we won't kick you out at 4 o'clock. Don't worry. If we need a little bit longer, we can always take a little bit longer. But I'm just having it 3 till 4 now. But yeah, do come on and we can go through those things as well. So yeah, okay. Well, listen, guys. Thanks very much today. I hope that you've found it interesting. It's been really nice having you join in today as well, Jenny. Thanks for coming on and supporting me with today.
Thank you.
And it's nice to be presenting to you all. Normally, I'm interviewing somebody or asking somebody questions, and today I put me myself and Jenny on the spot. But it's been good, hasn't it? So,
it's been really good. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.